Hey guys, Liz Hogan here again. Now that we've done our top string and our sidewall, we're going to move on over to our crosslace. So starting with our crosslace, now that we've done our sidewall and our top string, we need to go ahead and do our double overhand knot. Pull tight. And then we're going to take our loose end and actually drive it through that top hole again. So you'll see there's a little bit of gap of space there. We'll just pull the strings apart. Drive that crosslace through. And pull tight. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the rows of 6. So our leathers went through the rows of 7. Okay, so any row above or below where the leather went through, that's going to be a row of 6. So similar to our sidewall, we're going to go down through the mesh, coming back up. And again, we're always going to come back up closer to the scoop of the head. Okay, so we create that interlock just like we did on this side. Okay, so once we go to the mesh, we need to come back over to the sidewall. We're going to go down through the sidewall, coming back up, and you want to make sure these are tight, so pull tight. And you can see we're going to start making these triangles. Okay, you want your triangles to be the same, and then if you have a handy ruler on you, also want to make sure that they are no bigger than 1.5 inches. The rules stipulate that you cannot have a gap bigger than 1.5 inches, so we'll just keep that in mind as we're stringing. So we're going to skip this next row of 6, and we're going to go down the following row of 6. So go down that mesh, pull up, and then we're going to go towards our sidewall. Going down, coming back up, and pulling tight. We're going to repeat the same process. We're going to skip that row of 6, going to this next row of 6, go down the mesh, come back up, closer to the scoop, pull tight. Go back to our sidewall, our next sidewall segment, going down, sidewall, coming back up, and pulling tight. So once we do 3 of these, we're going to start going every row of 6. So instead of skipping a row of 6, we're going to go directly to the next row, go down, come back up, and we're going to continue to repeat that process. Back to the sidewall, down, come back up. Again, we're not skipping anymore, so we're going to go directly to the next row of 6, down, back up, down, back up, down, back up. We're going to do our last segment of sidewall. And then when we finish on our last row of 6 here, we're going to do what we've normally done. So go down the mesh and come back up. But then similar to our top string, we want to go twice, but we're going to go in the opposite direction. So instead of going down and coming back up, we're going to go from the front side, coming up the mesh, and then with that loop we've created, go through it. And that's just going to create a little bit more security. Some people do these doubles up higher. I choose just to do them a little bit lower, just to lock in the mesh down there. Then we're going to take our crosslace, drive it through that last sidewall hole, and tie off. So now that we've done our first side, we're going to go over and now do our opposite side. So we're going to start by doing our double overhand knot, just as we've done for the past couple strings, making sure they're nice and tight. Going through, again, it's easier if you just separate these 2 sidewall and top string holes. Drive it down there. And make sure you pull nice and tight. So now everything we've done to one side, we have to do the other. So again, we're going to start with that first row of 6, just as we did on the left side. Going down the mesh, coming back up. Going to our first sidewall segment, go down, coming back up, closer to the scoop. Making sure these guys are tight. And again, we're going to skip for the first 3. So we're going to skip this row of 6, go to the next row of 6, come back up, go to our next sidewall segment, down, coming back up. Skipping for our last time, going down this row of 6, coming back up. And now we're going to go back to our sidewall, and then again we're going to finish by just going every row 6. So So we're not going to skip this one, we're going to go straight through it. So down, back up. And you'll notice every time I'm going through a different sidewall segment. That'll help gauge where you want to make your pocket as well. So down, down the next row. As you get lower, you can go a little bit tighter just to help drive that ball up to the sweet spot. Down, come back up. Down. And we got our last sidewall here, which means we are going to lock off by going twice. So we'll go down, come back up like we normally do. And then again, we're going to repeat the process but backwards. So we're going to go from the front side of the head, back up. We have created this loop, pull it through nice and tight. And then again, through that last sidewall hole we go. And just tie off. So that is your cross lace with the Crux Mesh, and the last thing we have to do is go to our shooting strings.